welcome back to another episode of Thanks for Stopping By. That's like the third time I've done this where I almost forgot the name of my own podcast. Welcome back to the show. You might be, if you're watching at home, if you're watching with your eyes, not with your ears, you might be noticing that there is a small child to my left. If you're listening, you might have noticed that I just said that there's a small child to my left. Who are you? How'd you get in my house?
I am her little brother.
All right. Everybody, this is my little brother, Bishop. He's coming on the podcast. You may have heard him back before I had this whole visual thing. You were on the podcast. You were my fourth episode.
I was?
Yeah. In your episode, Bishop was both in his own infancy and during the infancy of this podcast, when both of you and the podcast were just a baby. Bishop came on for a total of 9 minutes.
Yep, 9.
Record shortest episode I've done so far. And I believe we talked about TikTok.
Yeah.
And then we talked about you pantsing Mike Miller.
Yeah. Then also how our dad has the video of that and it's gone pretty viral.
It's gone even more since then, right?
Yeah, about like 2,000.
I think
no,
300,000.
300,000?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
We checked the other day. I think it was like 340,000.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's Jesus fucking
Insane.
Yeah, of course, out of all of us that worked really hard that night, Bishop's spot where he pantsed an adult and then ran away is what will forever live in infamy of that night. But speaking of wrestling, since you're coming on, this past weekend was Wrestlemania weekend.
Yeah.
What did you think of Wrestlemania?
I thought it was pretty. The first night I thought was really good, but the second night couldn't top that.
No, not at all.
Like Cody coming back.
Mm.
It looked really weird, him being in a WWE ring again.
It did feel weird seeing Cody in
Yeah.
a WWE ring.
Yeah.
It just looked fake.
Yeah,
It
just
didn't
looked
look
like
real.
edited or something like that. It was just like weird, and I like how he came up from the bottom of the stage.
Yeah.
And I watched behind the scenes of that, and he had to like walk around with a hood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
For them, like, it was definitely not a well-kept secret. I think we all knew it was going to be Cody, but I was glad that it was because it could have been, and I remember you were watching with me, I thought it was going to be The Undertaker for a moment.
Okay. I remember the lights cutting out, and you were like, no way.
I was I was about to be very upset because The Undertaker is 112 years old.
Yeah.
And he was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
So it would have made sense for him to come back.
Yeah.
But, like, their sense. I didn't want him to come back. I really wanted it to be Cody. And it was. And it looked really weird, though.
It did look really weird. But it was good. And I think it was the smart decision on everybody's part. A lot of people are mad at Cody, which I think is silly. Because, like, get your money, dude. It's a business. Like, we're all in the business to make money, you know. It's not like he was doing anything over at AEW.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, what would you say your favorite match was?
Night 1 or night 2?
Either or.
Okay, my favorite match of night 1 was probably Cody's and Seth Rollins because I'm a big Seth guy. Love Seth. And night 2 had to be there's 2 matches that I liked on there. For the funny side of me, has to be Johnny Knoxville,
Yeah.
and Sammy. But like for serious, it has to be Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very entertaining. I was very excited to see that one. I feel like they booked the Johnny Knoxville match correctly.
Yeah.
Because we all knew, especially like the night before with their other celebrity match being Logan Paul and it actually being like a good wrestling match. I think we all knew Johnny Knoxville wasn't going to go put on a technical classic.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were able to implement like jackass skits in a live wrestling match is fucking incredible.
Like with the
me.
hand and stuff. I thought that was really cool.
And like the big mouse trap, like it was exactly what it needed to be.
Yeah.
And then, involving all the other guys. And
Yeah.
I think it was perfect it could have been terrible.
The other guy threw a really good.
Yeah, Wee Man
Yeah.
threw a hell of a fucking body slam
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Woo.
Probably the best technical body slam of a celebrity. Like, it was pretty impressive.
Logan Paul's match really surprised me, though.
Everything about Logan Paul this
Yeah.
weekend surprised me. Most
His
celebrities,
gear.
most
Woo.
celebrities when they come out, fucking Pat McAfee is supposed to be an actual wrestler, and he came out in jeans and a t-shirt. And then Logan Paul comes out in this like Mortal Kombat style fucking gear with his $5 million Pokemon card.
Yeah.
And impressed the shit out of me, dude. He had he's made for this shit.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day where I would want Logan Paul to keep being in the WWE and that Roman Reigns would be my favorite wrestler in the WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope Logan actually stays in WWE. I really liked him in WWE.
Yeah.
I think that match was really good.
I think he's made for it, and I think he's matured enough as a person to work in the WWE.
Yeah.
As far as the other one, I don't know if I can say the same. I think maybe he should stick to boxing until he grows up a little bit. But so we talk about WrestleMania and wrestlers in general. And one of the things that I think, I don't know if I'd say it's new, but it's definitely a lot bigger of a passion of yours now, would be wrestling figures.
Oh, yeah, right.
And so I kind of wanted, because I collect figures, obviously, but I am sort of in a different realm of figures. I collect more statue-type figures or horror figures.
Yeah.
But you actually collect the action wrestling figures. So what sort of drew you to that? Because, I know, especially being a younger kid, one of the hardest things for me would be wanting to play with them all the time. And you do some of them, not all of them are in the box, and some of them you make content with. But do you find it hard when you get a really rare figure or a nice figure that you can't take out of the box and use?
Like in there, I have I don't know, last time I checked, which was 2020, was a $65 Gold Dust figure with the robe, the wig, and all that.
Classic Gold Dust.
And I was like, I really want that robe because it looks really good.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to not take that one out.
Yeah.
Not last night, but the night before, I was actually looking at it, debating, and looking it up and stuff. I was like, should I or should I not?
Yeah.
And then so I'm not gonna end up taking that one out.
That's the hard part. I mean, with a lot of mine you see in the backgrounds of my videos and stuff, they're not really worth anything. So I take them out of the box, no problem. Like the NECA figures, they're not really worth anything. They're not going to be worth anything.
My Michael Myers I took out of a box.
Yeah, they sell them at Target. They're not, but there are ones where for Dad has that Spawn figure.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I wanted nothing more than to take. It's so nice and it looks so cool, and I wanted to take it out of that dusty ass, dumbass box and just show it off. But I know the second you slice that piece of tape off, it automatically drops in value.
Yep.
So that can be a frustrating part of collecting figures. But another thing you do with them is you make videos with them.
Yeah. So
what led you, because I really didn't notice how big the figure industry was until you started getting into it. So what led you to want to make, not only collect them but make content with the figures that you have?
Yeah, so one day I never had this in mind or anything. I always just wanted to play with them, because seeing my brother and sister growing up playing with them, wanted it. I just wanted to play with them. I would take Titus's figures and stuff like that and play with them. But when I was scrolling on YouTube one day, I just saw somebody that was wrestling with the figures. I was like, it looks really interesting to post stuff like that on YouTube. And it was when I first got into it, Dad was like, yeah, you're pretty good at it. And I was just so ever since then I just really wanted to film myself playing with figures, and because it's something I was really interested in.
Yeah, it's funny too, because it's it almost seems like a universal experience for kids. Because when I was really young, obviously YouTube wasn't what it is now.
Yeah.
It was a lot more like just post whatever you want on there. And
Yeah.
there wasn't like very famous creators. Or there was
Yeah.
some. There was like Smosh and Nika Higa and like all
Yeah.
of them. But it wasn't the platform it is now. And I remember coming home from school every day and watching videos of a guy with Naruto figures
Yeah.
acting out little, things, and his hands would be in the videos and not
Yeah.
even. So it's weird to see now where I remember watching videos like that to now I see basically full stop motion animation matches.
Yeah.
And it's really insane, like where it's kind of gone. But do you see that being something you want to pursue, or is it more just something you kind of are dipping your toes into?
Like if I want to like get really into it,
Yeah.
like, that's my like job. I still have to play around with it a little bit more, see where it like takes me. Like right now, I'm doing vlogs and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but on TikTok, I'll still be posting that and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's hard too. I think nobody really talks about, like, especially when you're younger, how often the content you make or want to make can change.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to have it figured out. I mean, fuck, you know me. I've had 30 different podcasts and channels where I'm like, I'm going to make a podcast about ham and cheese sandwiches. And then I'm like, one episode, and I'm like, this was the fucking worst idea I think I've ever had. And then I just don't do it anymore. So that's the thing. Like, I think it's totally okay to just play around with shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, try it. And then if you don't like it, don't make it,
Yeah.
Don't ever force yourself to make something just because you think it'll be popular.
Yeah, because, like, there's some times where I'm, like, filming it and it's, like, really hard. And it's, like, because I have to go back and delete all those and, like, then post it, and it's going to take up too much storage on my phone. But then there's some times where I'm watching it and I'm like, I really want to do this right now.
Yeah.
And it's, like...
Dude, I get that a lot. Like, either I'll watch an old video of mine, or I'll watch a creator that I like, and I'm like, fuck, man, I want to make this kind of shit. And then I sit down to make it, and I'm like, fuck, man, this is too hard. I don't want to do this shit.
like with all the editing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like having to like, because I edit on my phone. I don't really have like computer or anything like that, so I have to edit on like InShot or something like that. And it's so hard to like get cheers and stuff like that, to put it at the right spot, because I talk a lot during like commentary and stuff.
Yeah.
And it keeps going for a while and you can barely hear.
Have you ever thought about doing it where you record the match just by itself and then record the commentary later separately?
Yeah, I did that before.
Have you done that before?
Yeah. And it would have made it really easier.
Yeah.
But there was one time I posted on my old TikTok channel that it was absolute bad. And I was like, couldn't get the songs right, and so it's hard when you like make songs and do all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad because, I'm in no way like a trained editor or filmmaker. Like, I'm self-taught. Everything I edit or know how to do is completely self-taught.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I've been in your position as a younger creator where, like, I know what it's like to feel like, oh, man, I can't edit, or I don't know how to do this or that. And there's a part of me that wants to help out and be like, I'll edit your content or I'll help you do this. But there's another part of me that wants you to experience that bit of like, I don't know what I'm doing. So you learn those tools, because I had to go through that, so I want to find that healthy balance, because obviously I want you to be able to like make what you want, but at the same time, like, you can't just hand everything over to someone. I mean, you could, that's what fucking vloggers do, but that's what Dad does to me. Fuck. Just fucking here, I recorded a fucking 2-second video of a bird. Figure it out.
Like,
okay.
How you said like you had like so many channels and stuff that you want to do. Like me too. Like I want to vlog. I want to do figures. I wanted to make movies, and I got so embarrassed I deleted all of them. Which I still have access to some of them, but it's like,
dude, I think every content creator has wanted to make a movie at some
Yeah.
point. Because I think growing up, that's all we think content is. It's like, oh, movies. That's what
Yeah.
you do. You make movies.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's weird because it's hard to relate to in a way that I grew up in an era where the internet wasn't. It was around, but not, like I said, not like it is now.
Yeah.
So, like, when I was making, you know, home movies with Titus or with my friends, they were on a fucking VHS camera, and they never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
Now, kids your age, you guys make a film and put it out, and it's on YouTube for fucking anybody to see. And so it's a lot scarier to want to be a content creator because everything you make is immediately ready for judgment. Yeah. And it's a lot harder to just make something and then watch it on your VHS tape and then put it away forever. You know, because I used to make cringy shit. Yeah. I used to make ghost hunter videos with Titus where Titus was running around. I've talked about this on the podcast before. Titus was running around in my ghost face costume. Yeah. And I would say, show me a sign that you're here. And he would throw something and then still be in the shot on accident.
Yeah, it's like, I used to do that because our grandma's house.
Our grandma's house is for real haunted.
Yeah, it's like, so it's fun to make fun of it and like that, but like. Yeah. When we go in there and
it's
stuff
actually
like that,
a nightmare.
Yeah, but like I used to make ghost videos in there too. Oh my god. You could see my friend hit the car and their hand go like that. Pull back in shot, like just hiding in the corner trying to hide
No
away.
way to cut it out. Fucking yeah.
And it's like I was so jumpy in that house because it's like I think all of us had experiences in that house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even our mom, who very much does not believe in ghosts, fully explained to us an experience she had, and then it's just like, yeah, I don't know. What would, because I've actually, the episode before you were on the first time, episode 3, I talk about an experience I had in that house. Yeah. But what are some experiences you've had in that house with ghosts?
Oh my god, so much. Like I was in the playroom alone. Like we have this room with a whole bunch of playroom stuff, and I was like alone and just, Bishop, what you just did to me like a night ago. And that's why I turned around so fast last night when you did that. And I was just like, it was just hit me. And I was like, what is going on? It was like I used to have the ghost app on my phone. I used to believe it was real.
Oh, where it would like ping ghosts.
Yeah. But still, there's like so much, like doors being open, TVs turning on, and knocking on walls, and
the smoke. Grandma would smell smoke. I've talked about it before. I fully believe in ghosts because I've had too many experiences not to, if that makes sense. And if you don't, that's totally fine. Like, I hate the people who are like, oh, I believe in logic, blah, 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 blah. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just because you're boring. Like, who cares if I believe in ghosts? It's not doing harm to anybody. Yeah. I can understand people not liking mediums. Do you know what mediums are? Mediums are like the fucking old white southern ladies with the big hair, and they're like, I can see the future and I see spirits. Your wife, Bermuda, is here. Your wife, Jebecki, she's here to talk to you, and she wants to tell you that she loves you.
And did you do the dishes?
And that actually she is not dead. She's alive. And it's like, what the fuck? What? There's a really famous medium. Oh, I forgot her fucking name. I'll have to look it up, or I'll have to put it in the description. But she got like really famous on TV for, and it's crazy too because she was really bad at being a medium, but she still got really famous. And what she would do is she would go on TV and people would be like, oh, let's fucking call her Doris because I don't remember her real name. They'd be like, oh, Doris, my daughter is dead. I want to see if I can talk to her. And she'd be like, or I want to know how she died. She'd be like, oh, she's in water. And it's like, well, she died in 9/11. And it's like, well, that's weird because I see her in water. And it's like, wait. She'd just be like, oh, no, I don't know then because that's weird. And she would like claim to talk to spirits of missing kids who she would say, no, they're dead. And then they found them. Like 10 years later, they weren't dead. So it's like everyone stopped looking for this fucking kid because
of what she said.
Yeah, and then it turns out, no, they were alive the whole time.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of shit where, like, I can understand that being harmful.
Yeah.
But me thinking my grandma's house is spooky is, like, whatever.
And it's also, like, the stuff that she displays in there doesn't help at all.
Not at all. Our grandma, let's be real, bit of a hoarder.
Yes.
Little bit of a hoarder.
Yes.
And they have a lot of old shit, you know, and it's just a kind of a cluttered house. But specifically, they have this row in their living room of old antiques, and one of which is like this giant metal tin spinning top.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like it would be in the Conjuring basement. Or like that room.
Walk in and it's spinning and stuff like that.
Like it literally looks like, if any of you have seen The Conjuring, that fucking room they keep all the demon stuff, toys and shit. It looks like it's straight from there.
Yeah.
And then then a few weeks ago, our grandpa brings home this like antique fucking radio. It's like the most haunted looking radio I've ever seen.
He asked me to bring it to him, and I'm like, I don't want to get haunted, so I didn't touch it.
It literally looked like a fucking Goosebumps cover. Like it was the most haunted thing I've ever seen. And then they put it in the shop where I was sleeping for a bit.
Yeah.
Which that place is already a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So yeah, they love like just being like, yeah, and it's the most like on top of it, it's the most like creepypasta way to find the shit too.
Yeah.
I found it at a random yard sale on the side of the road. It's like, why'd you take it? What the fuck? So yeah, I'm good. I do want a Ouija board though, but no one in the family will let me get one. Everyone here is boring.
Go play it in a haunted asylum or
I'm
something.
gonna go play it in Joanne's house.
Hey, well, we don't live there anymore, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it at my grandma's house, and then that dude, if she came in one day and there was just a Ouija board in the middle of the living room, I think she'd fucking freak out.
Yeah, I remember I was looking at a Ouija board game on my phone, and I put my phone down and it was off, and I went to the bathroom. I walked out, and the game was like looking like it was downloading, and I clicked off. I was like, no, but I think I pressed it when I got up to use the bathroom.
There was a Ouija board on the back of my jacket.
Yeah.
So you guys never know. Maybe they were trying to communicate. All the times my back itched. Could have been a ghoul. Do you think this house is haunted? I don't think so.
No, I mean, last night I stayed up till 3 a.m. and I was terrified because like, oh no, the 3 a.m.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Today we're taking a poop in the IHOP at 3 a.m., guys.
I was like, oh no, I'm watching YouTube at 3 a.m. What's going to happen? And it was like, I was trying to lay down and go to bed. I started biting the cage and I broke.
Well, that's just like, being generally scared of everything.
Yeah.
Which I also am like that. Which is funny because I watch really gnarly shit all the time. And then I'm terrified to do anything. There's
a bush right outside my window. And it was windy last night. So.
Oh, it was hitting the window?
Oh, man.
I fucking... Oh, we got to talk about the face. The face from the movie.
Oh, my God.
So, I decided, you know, it's only 3 of us here. It's me, Bishop, and my mom. And they were both in their rooms, and I decided to turn off all the lights, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to watch a film that I've been wanting to watch for a while called Antrim, also known as the deadliest film of all time. Antrim is supposedly a cursed film. Whatever. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to watch it. And I was fucking watching it for like a good hour, and I was going, and I was tripping out. I was scared. But like an hour into the movie, there's a nightmare sequence. And I'm going to leave a link to the video, because I'm sure I can find just the video of the face online. I fully am warning you. This legitimately scared the shit out of both of us for like a week. And I watch scary shit by myself all the time. But like Bishop can attest to it. I think you guys were both in the same room doing homework.
Yeah, because I was doing homework,
And there's basically a bunch of noise and then smash cut to silence, and there's just like a devil face. And I bossed up with him. for a good 2 to 4 seconds. I was like, come on, pussy. And then he started moving around, and I legitimately hit the home button. I couldn't even hit pause because I didn't want to see him anymore. I hit the home button on my Fire Stick, and I got up, and I ran to my mom's room.
Yeah, we were doing states, and she comes in over here, like, just crouched on the floor.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there, and I was like, what happened? And then once we got done with homework, we all came out here.
Yeah, because I needed them to see it. I was like, somebody else has to bear this with me. And then to your credit, I will give you full credit because I make fun of you for being scared of stuff all the time. But Bishop did come out and watch the rest of the movie with me.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And honestly, the rest of the movie is not that scary.
Yeah.
It was interesting, but it's not that scary. But yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. How's that been working for you?
What?
Is it gone or is it not like?
Yeah, it's gone, and I just remembered it now.
Yeah, there you go. That's always fun when you like get scared of something, and then you forget about it, and then 2 weeks later you're like, oh man, I'm glad I'm not scared of that thing anymore. Fuck. Oh shit.
And it's like I was doing really good, not scared of anything, and she comes in and shows me.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay.
Well, you know what? I like to watch scary stuff. I like scary movies.
Yeah.
That's the problem with me, dude, is like everyone thinks I'm brave. No, I'm a huge pussy. I just like scary. I like being scared. I don't, but I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love scary movies that make you feel shitty afterwards.
Yeah, I like watching scary movies too, but I'm like here with a pillow.
You cover your face.
Like,
You're like fully not down to fucking
I'm on
clown
my
with
phone, and I'm just like...
Like, whoa, my God, my hands are crazy.
Whoa, oh my God, when did I have a hand?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad we watched it, though.
Having a, watching a scary scene in a movie is like when you're watching a movie and, like a sex scene comes on.
Yeah,
and you're with your parents. And I'm like, and that's why I want to go see X, but I don't want to go with Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to go see X.
Yeah.
I love A24 movies. Do you know what A24 is?
No.
It's the production studio who makes X, but it also made like Hereditary and Midsommar.
Yeah.
Wait, those are A24 movies, right? Yeah. Like all those types of movies, just they're not specifically known for horror movies, but they make a lot of the artsy-fartsy horror movies that I like. But yeah, I'm excited for it, but I also fully understand why you don't want to go see it with Mom, because it is about...
Yeah, it's a porn movie.
Porn movie. It's not a porn movie. It is about a porn crew.
Film, yeah.
Like they are... The main characters are where they are to make a porno film.
But it's like the reason I want to go see it is because it's a horror movie.
Yeah. It's yeah, that's why, huh? Bishop has, let's shout her out. Jenna, if you're listening. What's up, girl? Bishop has, what's her name? Jenna Ortega. That's Bishop's big lady crush. Big celebrity crush. It's so funny because we all have celebrity crushes, I think. Especially when you're younger. But like it's funny that you not only picked like an actor who does a lot of just normal roles, but you know her name. Because when I was a kid it was like, yeah, my crush is the pink Power Ranger. So it's just funny to be like, mine's the girl from Fallout. Or what else?
Scream
Is she?
5,
Yeah,
The Babysitter.
I will give her credit. She's a good actor. She's a very good actor. I'm not denying that. I just think it's funny that Bishop will see movies just because she's in them.
She's in good movies. But it's also a horror movie, and that's one of the reasons why I want to go see it.
It looks good. I think it's going to be very fun. I like the way it's shot. It looks old. It's funny, too, because we just watched the original Texas Chainsaw not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it's fucking filmed exactly like that. Like, at first glance, it looks like the same movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how they managed to make it look that old.
I saw, like, one of the first scenes because I was going to watch it, and I was like, no, I want to go see this in theaters. And it does look like the opening scene to a Texas Chainsaw.
They're even, like, driving around in a van and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very inspired by that, obviously, but it's weird because we just watched it.
Yeah.
So it almost doesn't even feel nostalgic because it's like, well, we just saw this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah,
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, the first day it came out, I was sad that I couldn't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a superhero movie. I don't know if we need to see it day one, but we're hoping to go see it this weekend.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll get you back on and you can give your feelings about X, the porno movie. All right.
It's not bad if your parents let you watch it.
Yeah, you know what? You're a young boy blossoming into a man. And I say let him see it, god damn it. All right, Bishop. Well, I want to thank you for coming on my podcast. You did more than 9 minutes this time.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You did a full fucking episode. He's evolving. Bishop, where can people find you? What can people find you on?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, which my TikTok and Instagram name is Little Man Dojo with 1 underscore after little. And then YouTube is Little Man Vlogs with no underscores.
Those will all be in the description below as well, so you guys can get those links. Bishop, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Glad you finally got on the podcast. Been fucking bugging me for years, but you did good. I believe in your content now. I believe you can be a young, fine creator. And also, thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Go check the description where you can find Bishop and you can find my stuff as well. And most importantly, thanks for stopping by.